SNL veteran Eddie Murphy appears returned at Betrayal on display. Eddie Murphy revisits David Spade's notorious diss that sparked SNL Feud in Being Eddie. Fuck y'all, that's what y'all think of me? Eddie Murphy has buried the hatchet on his feud with Saturday Nighttime Stay after the show mocked his career, and he's ready to speak about it. The 64-year-old actor and comedian pondered on feeling an utmost betrayal via the display all throughout his new documentary, Being Eddie. Murphy, who is a regular cast member on the show from 1980 to 1984, said, "It's like your alma mater taking a shot at you. At my career, not how funny I was. Called me a falling celebrity." In the film, which premiered on Wednesday, November 12th. The SNL alum shared that jokes approximately former cast members had been always shot down during his time on the late-night show. And yet, while David Spade held up an image of Murphy and told the articans, "Appearance, kids, it's a falling celebrity, make a wish," the joke went on air. Murphy noted that when he saw the phase, he wasn't like, "Fuck David Spade," I was like, "Fuck SNL. That's what y'all think of me? Oh, you grimy motherfuckers." And that's why I didn't move back for years. However, he delivered, that little friction I had with SNL became 35 years ago. With the passage of time, Murphy moved on from the hurt and made amends with Spade. He went back to host the show in December 2019 and reprised his fan-favorite characters. During this year's 50th anniversary special, the comic revisited the show, making clean that there is no bad blood anymore. Eddie Murphy revisits David Spade's notorious diss that sparked SNL Feud in Being Eddie. Fuck y'all, that's what y'all think of me. According to the Being Eddie documentary on Netflix, Eddie Murphy is totally over that time David Spade insulted him on Saturday Nighttime Stay. For the most part. Directed by Angus Wall, Being Eddie, which started streaming on Netflix today, is, for the most part, your now typical, uncritical documentary that provides a one-sided story of celebrated stardom. One of the few moments of controversy included by the film is a rehash of that time Murphy got offended by an SNL joke. As long-term SNL fans know, Murphy, who was hired as a cast member in 1980, where he quickly rose to reputation, held a grudge against his former institution for over 30 years after Spade made a crack at the expense of Murphy's career back in 1995, a decade after Murphy had left the sketch show. Spade was known for roasting celebrities on his news desk segment, Hollywood Minute. When Murphy's 1995 horror comedy Vampires in Brooklyn bombed at the box office, and with critics, Spade joked, "Look kids, it's a falling celebrity, make a wish." The joke was met with shocked boos from the audience, something Murphy was quick to point out in this new 2025 documentary. Murphy said in the documentary, the audience there booed and hissed him for saying it, right? I was hurt, my feelings was hurt. I was like, yo, I'm from the same, it's like your alma mater taking a shot at you. At my career, not how funny I was, called me a falling celebrity. If there was a joke like that right now, and it was about some other SNL cast member, and it was about how fucked up their career turned out, it would get shot down. The producers would look at it and say, you're not saying that joke. The joke went through all of those channels that the joke has to go through, and then he was on air saying, catch a falling star. I wasn't like, fuck David Spade. I was like, fuck SNL. Fuck y'all. How y'all gonna do that shit? That's what y'all think of me? Oh, you grimy motherfuckers. And that's why I didn't go back for years. Despite Murphy's claims that he wasn't mad at Spade in person, Spade revealed in his 2015 memoir that Murphy called him on the phone 2 days after the joke, and let him have it. Spade discussed the phone call in his book, writing, David Spade, who the fuck do you think you are? Really, who the fuck? Going after me? You dumb motherfucker. I'm off limits, don't you know that? You wouldn't have a job if it weren't for me. Talking shit about me, etc., 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 on and on, and making me feel like shit. Spade was told by mutual friends that Murphy hated him for years. Spade went on to say that while Murphy's response crushed him, he came to see Murphy's point of view eventually, and ultimately had a run-in with Murphy in 2011, where the two comedians reconciled. Murphy ultimately decided to bury the hatchet with SNL, kind of, and returned to the show as a host in 2019. In the documentary, Murphy explains his decision. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. SNL's a part of my history. I want to reconnect with that show because that's where I come from. That little friction I had with SNL became 35 years ago. I don't have no smoke with no David Spade. I don't have any heat or any of that with nobody. I was like, hey, let me go and clear that all out. And I did.